Jesus culture saying rooftops. I will proclaim from the rooftop. Welcome, dear listener, to Agape FM, where we bring the gospel nearer to you. I am Nwabisa, and you know, when you hear that voice, it is the Midday Talk at Agape Radio with me, Nwabisa. And before we do anything else, let me welcome my guest today. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, and you?
I'm doing very well. It is a Friday afternoon,
Oh, yes.
so of course we are good. So today is the 21st of January 2022. It is hot outside. It is 27 degrees Celsius and it is really hot. So welcome to the Midday Talk at Agape FM. If you want to get in contact with us, please do contact us on WhatsApp or via call. We are on 069-402-1131 or via email. It is info@agaperadio.co.za. We are also live on our Facebook platforms and on YouTube and Twitter as well at Agape Radio. Agape FM. Without further ado, it is a welcome and a welcome and a welcome. The Midday Talk is a session where we're bringing up business people, entrepreneurs, and of course, people with stories, movers and shakers around Gqeberha, Eastern Cape, and of course, South Africa at large. And if you are abroad and you want to get in contact with us, the number is +966. Okay, a tongue twister right there. It's a +92669402131. But you can get to us via our website as well and through the Facebook page. I've been speaking. Chris Jansen.
Yes, good day.
Do you have anyone that you want to give a shout out to today?
To my loyal friends and family that are watching, and a shout out to each and every user out there that is having problems with his audiovisual. And I'm hoping today's session can bring us forward to me providing you guys some insight as to how we feel the industry should be run. So my shout out goes to those people that need help.
And we also have Matthew Boy in studio, but of course you can't see him, but he's also the partner at Hertz and what? Audiovisual
Solutions.
Audiovisual solutions. So
Correct.
today we are speaking nothing but audio visual and the journey as well. So if you're looking to get in contact with a business that does audiovisual, they are here for you. They also do consultations as well. But before I get to anything else, let me do what we usually do, what we always do, and what we love to do: reading the bio. Hertz and Watt Audiovisual Solutions is an Eden District and Port Elizabeth-based company specializing in consulting, sales, and the installation of high-end audiovisual and SOHO networking solutions. They believe all solutions deserve personalized approach achieved through an expert consultation process. With a combination of over 2 decades of experience in the audiovisual and networking space, the team is of qualified consultants and technicians aim to deliver an unrivaled level of service and attention to detail to residential, commercial, and corporate solutions and installations. They offer labor-based outsourced services like call-outs, audits, maintenance, project management when needed, and of course quality audio visual installations to the industry as a whole. With their outsource partners, they are currently the preferred audiovisual solutions provider for companies like F&B, Investec, ABSA, Mercedes Benz, and many more blue chip companies that require only the best services, consistent uptime, and a long-term partnership. Hertz and Watt Audiovisual Solutions bring a perfect solution to your perfect space. Let's repeat that. Hertz and Watt Audiovisual Solutions brings a perfect solution to your perfect space.
Correct.
Welcome to Agape Radio.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. We appreciate your efforts as well.
We appreciate the work that you do. That's why you're here.
Thank you.
Right. So, a brief introduction on who Chris is and why start the business and what the business is all about.
So at our core, Matthew and myself are both audiophiles. We love audio. I grew up, my first hiding I can remember was my dad beating me for taking my mom's radio apart and hiding it under my bed. It's the first hiding I can remember. So it's been ingrained in me for a very long period of time. The need for the business came about from, could I say it, saturation in our individual spaces that we were on. So we felt that it was time for us to do what, at my age, I'm 41 years old, my age, I felt it was time for me to do what I enjoy and what I appreciate and how I think things should be done in the industry. And hence I found a good partner and a mate in that, and Matthew, that shares the same interest and the same passion that I do, and also shares the same no, that's not good enough kind of mentality on both ends. Our core between ourselves is always be better. Just always be better at every single thing that we do than what our experience was in our previous industries. And now we have the opportunity to do that because we're representing ourselves.
Before we get to what you guys do, the name, Hertz and what? Are these surnames? Because we were speaking off air and I got the shock of my life. For me, I thought these were surnames because you are partners.
Yeah.
So I thought these are your surnames. But to my surprise, dear listener, it's not. But please do tell us more about that.
So Hertz and what? Audiovisual Solutions comes from, it's an abbreviation or kind of borrowed from two icons in the industry, in electronics for that matter. And you've heard of Hertz and you've heard of what? So Hertz is a frequency, sound frequency. And Hertz, the gentleman that had the surname of Hertz, was the guy that discovered, or not discovered, but laid down the math behind what a frequency is. So if we're talking bass is in a low frequency from not audible, but say 17 hertz to about 300 hertz is normally bass. And then you get your mid-range and then you get your top. So your bass, mid and treble that we're all aware of, that's in essence what hertz is. What is the other side of it? And that's a measurement of speaker. You can say your speaker is 10 watts, 20 watts, 30 watts, 50 watts loud. So that's where it came from. It's a run on the industry. Anybody that likes the audiovisual has thought about, oh, this frequency doesn't sound lacquer. Yes, and that's in Hertz. And oh, I love this amp, it is so loud, or my speakers are so soft, they're so sensitive, and that is then a wattage limit. So that's where the name comes from. Yeah. Also
The
paying homage to the
identity.
two. Yeah. Also paying homage to the two pioneers in electronics.
The identity, because we all know that the moment you name your business, that's when you create an identity of the business.
100%.
And for me, I thought this was as much as it's personal to the business, and I thought, okay, maybe it's the surnames. But looking at now, it's the identity given by the people.
It's almost a birthing experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that,
Thank you very
and
much.
thank you so much for enlightening
I'm
us
glad
on
somebody
that
picked up on
information.
it as well. So I appreciate it, yeah.
Thank you. So, Hertz and what is the business all about? Because I read that it's an audiovisual solutions company. So take us through, briefly describe what you guys are about and what are your services.
Okay. So it's about audiovisual solutions, hence the long name, audiovisual solutions. I had to get the solutions in there. We're about providing an end client with a solution that he really fits his needs. Not one that he thought might fit his needs, but one that really does now, today, and tomorrow.
Okay.
So in future and now, and hence the term, we are in our core a consultancy business. So there's nothing better for me than to sit, and I'll take this back to where my first business was binary AV installations when I was a lighty, and I did installations, and I would always take it back to when that 7 o'clock comes and 7 alarm comes on, and you hear the telltale 7 alarm, and that older couple that could never understand how their VCRs work and all of that work, they get to then play it and it works. I stand back and I see the joy, and I see them the understanding. And the little bit of technical knowledge that we have, we are able to then provide that experience to the end client. And that's the real job satisfaction coming from this.
True.
So it's from a consultancy perspective, sure, I would love to find, to see and to talk to people that are peers, that are on the same level, that can challenge me as well in what I believe my experience is. So putting ourselves as a consultancy is a good place to start the conversation and start a long-end journey. Services-wise, I come from the corporate industry where video conferencing and corporate solutions, we're talking I'm not just buying a room, I'm buying 500 rooms across the country. So what is the user experience going to be from there? So we provide that kind of consultancy services through there. We can do everything from project management. I'm a qualified draftsman as well. I can do AutoCAD for you for the rooms as well. So we can draw things up. We can correspond directly with your contractors if it comes to a home build and your project managers. We can talk with them, chat to them. We are resellers of some of the brands that I have on my shoulders here. We do NAD, we do PSB, we do Bose, we do some French DVLA stuff as well. That we can sell as a hi-fi solution. We also have access to all the corporate environment that you would need, video conferencing. You probably have a Logitech webcam somewhere at home that you're aware of, so we can also sell and provide those. And then maintenance and support to the industry as a whole. So we are positioning ourselves as in a good partnership position with all our previous people in our experiences, where we are keeping on, call it mining, those people that we know and be there for them. The Eastern Cape as a whole is pretty dry when it comes to this kind of, it is niche skill. It is very skilled in a very niche market. So that is our opportunity where we're going to move forward.
Dear listener, I hope you got that, and I hope that you've written some details down and some notes down, because we are speaking audiovisual solutions in here. I'm speaking with Chris Janssen van Rensburg of Hertz and What. The time now is 11 minutes past 1 on a Friday afternoon. It is the 21st of January 2021, and we are speaking nothing but audio-visual solutions. And you were speaking about the products that you offer and also the partnerships that you have. And I'm now getting the jinx that because you are from that environment or from that industry, you've got many years of experience in such industry. So you decide that you want to tap into this market.
Yeah.
But why in PE? Why in Quebec?
So a little bit of history. 5 years ago, in September it'll be 6 years ago, I moved from my previous employment in Cape Town. Same company. They decided to open up a fourth office in the Eastern Cape.
Okay.
Also having that need, and in that company, my role was from a technician to a draftsman, to a design consultant, to an installation technician. So I did almost everything within the corporate market when it comes to an AV partner, apart from directly sales. I'm not by my core a salesman. I always I want to make the money, but I would rather, for me, the better satisfaction is that happy smile at the end of the day. So why Port Elizabeth is I moved here 5 years ago, and in that period, this area, as well as Eden, as well as George, the whole Eden district. George Eden district is even more barren than over here when it comes to these skills. So this the coast all the way down to Mossel Bay, and all the way up to, I don't want to really go to Mtata, but we travel all the way up there as well to provide services across the area. So that's why we see ourselves as having a large geographical footprint.
So how do you, because in your bio you also mentioned that you strive to give your clients a personal touch in everything that you do. So how do you go about achieving that personal touch, and how long does the consultation take?
Consultation is a conversation. To try to quantize it into a time frame would be silly. So consultation is hopefully it's an ongoing thing. I want to be that trusted partner to a person in need, and the consultation process goes from anywhere to, hey Chris, my amp isn't working, what's going on? And I will give my opinion on that. That's troubleshooting 101. It's basically an opinion. So we are, I wouldn't say that, we consult. I want to put a time frame on it. Hopefully that conversation continues till I'm really great. And I'm hoping that we want long-term clients, want people that feel happy with us and that have the freedom and in the relationship to just pick up the phone and say, hey, I saw this online. Is it good? Is it not good? Hey, let's have a look at it quickly.
This is what happened,
and we have the conversation about it. Everything is about a conversation. We are not coming from a point where we are the know-alls. Sure, we're experienced. Sure, we're professional. Sure, we've shone out in both of our industries quite a bit. But speak to the person. It's about that personal touchment. And that's how we go about doing our things.
We have Alet Krober, the wife, saying, good work, guys.
Hello, my friend.
And we also have Roz Bentley saying, hey, dude, looking good. Wishing you all the best after being retrenched is not easy. to get back on your feet, but yet you got back on your feet.
We're on our
So thank you for doing that and being persistent in the work that you do as well. So as much as, because COVID showed us that we can do anything that we set our minds to, and with everything that went on in 2020, we're still trying to find our feet again. So especially in Quebec, people are trying new things. People are just going to courses now. People are opening their businesses. People are just doing everything now. So there's a fierce competition in such a manner, especially in many industries, and if I also might add that in the audiovisual as well.
Correct.
So how do you highlight your competitive advantage when it comes to that competition and in that industry and that market as well?
Competition. It's very difficult for me to see anybody competing with Matthew and myself. So that might be a bit boastful, but we're not in competition with anybody. We're in a conversation with everybody.
I
I
love
don't want to be
that.
in a competition. I'm in a conversation with everybody. When it comes to competition, it means that you're fearful and that you are not sure of your own strength. We are both very confident in our own strength and our own abilities. So the standout factor, if I were to call it that, the differentiating factor that sets Hertz somewhat apart from other, if I want to call them competitors, let's put it in Akis, is that we are consultants. Yes, I want to live, I want to keep my house, I want to be a happy guy and make my income. But that's not the game we play. We're there to solve your problem or to create a perfect space for you in your world, up to your level. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be I just listen to music on the radio? You don't need a big surround sound system with subwoofers in the ceiling and all of that. No, you need a nice quality player on your kitchen counter, and I'm more than happy to sell you that, because that's your need. And then that person, I go home with a smile, I can sleep well, that person gets what he wants, and then there we are starting a conversation.
You mentioned something when we were off air, that sometimes it's not about it's about the need and not the price of it.
Yeah.
Please go into that more deeper.
So in consultation process, in the professional consultation process, there's always a needs analysis being done. You always need to go through the needs and wants and analysis, and go through that mindset. So the need, I want to say, let's call a random need. My kids have grown up. My stoop area at the back where we're buying, they're bringing some mates over now and they want to listen to music there. But me as the father, I still play my CDs in the living room. So how do I fulfill that need? And then we're talking, okay, cool. So what does your kids listen to? How do they listen to? On their phones all the time? What is going on there? Let's go look at your space. Let's see how you use it. So the needs analysis is a conversation again, and that's how we would go about sort of solving that question.
If you're an entrepreneur, you also should look into having conversations with the people in your market and not be in competition with the people in your market. Double tap on that one. That is a good one. That is a good one. Have conversations, not competition. Do not compete, but be in conversation as well. So entrepreneurs are born as such, or are they raised to be successful? That is a statement. So what's your take, or what's your opinion on that statement?
Necessity. Necessity drives one to many good factors, good points. Necessity can come from various points as well. It doesn't always have to be an external factor or a negativity from that. Necessity could be from a point where I will not sully what I love by continuously hunting somebody else's agenda or playing towards somebody else's agenda. And that's where it started, where we are, yes, entrepreneurs are born, there's just a certain type of mindset that one needs, a certain type of fearlessness you need. It's also a certain type of mental strength that you need, and it's a battle on a daily basis, everybody. It's a battle on a daily basis, fears, insecurities, all of that. We go through all of them. But in my opinion, is check yourself. Don't be scared. Don't be fearful of attacking or confronting your own shadows and your own fears within yourself. And then after a period of time, when you have the opportunity, you will have the opportunity to look back and be thankful and be, oh, there, I did it. And you look back. So take those times to look back and just push on, keep on pushing forward.
keep on pushing forward as an entrepreneur, as a business owner as well. So how do you identify business opportunities, and what are the metrics that you use to measure viability?
Viability is a difficult thing. Each one would almost have to be assessed by itself. But the business strategy is more of we are putting ourselves out there, and if you look at our socials, everybody, please do like, listen, blah, 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 blah. Then you'll see that we differentiate ourselves from the rest by, we don't have an online marketplace, we don't sell stuff online, we talk about solutions. And viability is difficult. If you look at our George Eden market, and we're looking down there, you would go viability. Obviously, you need to know your industry.
True.
You need to know your industry, and you need to confirm that you know your industry. It takes some time, it takes some calls, it takes some figuring out. But both of us have got a gut feel about this. I had a gut feel a long time ago. I had a gut feel when I was a young lighty that I knew this was going to be my industry. So I would say stick to your gut, and if your gut was wrong, say it was wrong, you hit a bump, then again, respect it, look back, see and understand where your mind was different, and then push on for the next viability. Currently, I'm speaking about viability and assessments. Matthew and I are looking into a different way of doing things. So now we're looking into a distribution model potentially, which is a whole different kettle of fish than just reselling. So we're looking at a lot of viability stuff, so that's going through our minds, but it's assessment and it's checks. Assess, go in, and then discuss it. Because as a partnership, we chat about things every day, all day long. We do 30-40 minute voice WhatsApp calls every day, like 3-4 times when we start talking about something. So check your viability, and you won't know until you go and punch it.
And you'll never know. Check your viability. So your bio also reads that brings the perfect solution to your perfect space. What does this mean? And what is perfect in Hertz and what?
Perfect is having done better than we perceive to be the best already.
Okay.
And then the perfect solution would be the one where I go home and I'm like, this family is sorted now. And I'm restful about them, I'm restful about where they are, and I've established a relationship that will go forward. If you walk out of a perfect solution would be a one where, thank you, Chris and Matt, I will see you guys in the 6-month period where we said we're pushing for the next upgrade, and this is our future path.
Okay.
We've got a path that we're going to walk together. That is a friend, that is a relationship, that is life. We as humans, the thing that keeps us going, I don't want to dig deep into it, but it's community. It is us. That's why we, as a race, survived, because we needed each other. We were always in community. People are stronger in community. So in community, as and I'm sure you would tell as well from your faith teachings, as groups we're stronger. So for me, a perfect solution to a perfect space would be that race in my heart, and that client knowing that we are here for you in your walk.
And I believe that when you're in business, your clients are not only just your clients, but they're your friends, they're family. You form alliances with these people, and business conforms to business. Word of mouth, that's also marketing for you.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
When a client is happy,
the best marketing in the world.
True. When a client is happy, of course they will be telling someone else, and someone else will be happy as well, and then you just go.
Like we said, people don't buy. You don't buy from. You buy from people.
True.
People do business with people. Relationships is to be able to relate, and that's what a potential customer, every time I walk out of it, if he's now we have a relationship, when I walk out there, then I'm smiling.
So dear listener, the time now is 23 minutes past 1 on a Friday afternoon. You are also tuning in to the Midday Talk with Nwabisa and I am sitting across from me is sitting Chris Jansen van Rensburg of Hertz and what, and we are speaking nothing but audio. We're speaking nothing but audio-visual solutions. The business is fairly new. And what are your most effective methods to motivate your team for stunning results?
Fear. It's no better motivator than fear, isn't it?
Tell me more.
Set the bar as high as you can perceive, hit it, and keep chasing it. So like we say, always be better, but exceptional advice, expert advice and exceptional service. So if you're providing expert advice, set the bar as high as you can possibly think. I don't know, hopefully some of our listeners are in their 40s, but Panasonic had this advertisement on TV years ago. It's a personal thing of mine where this orca killer whale jumps out of the water.
Okay.
Panasonic, the quest for zero defect. Now, perfection is zero defect. So that's it. That's our drive. That's our motivator, is to be better at every turn. And for me, just the drive to be able to achieve that every time we do a work thing, something that has been quoted on, something that's going to get paid for. That's the drive. Go out there, we know that we be better than what we perceive to be or what we can be, and it's happy days.
Speaking of drive, speaking of motivation as well, what's your milestone to help you develop a stable company culture and a friendly and working environment?
Milestones are in the birthing, we spoke about it earlier on. It's almost like a birthing experience, creating a brand, creating and pouring your soul into them. So the milestone for me would be easy sleep. Let's call it that. If both of us sleep easy and the basics are taken care of, then the rest of it is all gravy. It'll come. You believe in yourself, and you've gone through your life before, and a couple of times you didn't trust yourself that you could make it. But look at you now, boo-boo. You've tied your shoes today. Look at you now. You put on your big boy pants. All of that. So yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, so dear listener, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much, Hertz and What. I did mention when we started that I'm also with Matthew Boy in studio, but yes, you're not seeing him.
Matthew.
Say hi to Matthew as well. And thank you so much, guys, for coming through to studio. And please do continue what you're doing.
We are more than happy to be here. And I mean, it's to follow ups even if you want to. There's some specific stuff coming from your users. I mean, houses of worship is a communication space as well, and I understand where your culture lies. So communication, all audio, video, is about communication, and it's pure. You're sitting with microphones, there's gear everywhere. Yeah, what is it getting? It gets a message across to the end user. So we're hoping to continue doing that. Thank you very much for your time.
So where do we find you? Are you on social media? Is an email address that we can contact, a number that we can contact?
You're more than welcome to pursue from the Agape FM our socials. We are all across them. Our contact numbers are also available. But if you'd like to send me a personal email, my email is Chris, CHRIS @Hertz, AND and what.co.za. My partner Matthew is Matthew @hertzandwhat.co.za. Further on, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, all of those goodie places. And if anybody wants to contact me directly, it's 072 100 6337.
And there you have it. If you're looking for an audio-visual solution or consultation or anything that has to do with audio-visual solution or consultation, please do contact those numbers and follow them on you guys on Facebook as well.
Yeah, Facebook.
Please
Instagram,
do Facebook, Instagram, and the email address was provided. But if you missed that, the video will always be on our Facebook platform and on our YouTube. But if you want to get in contact right now, if you want to leave a comment, if you want a message, you want to message us right now, we are on 069 402 1131. Alternatively, leave an email at info@agaperadio.co.za. As per norm, as per usual, what we always do, we always ask our guests to leave a word of encouragement to someone who's trying to start out there, because we are an entrepreneurial platform. So someone is listening right now and they're looking for advice or motivation or anything. What would you do? What would you say to them?
We all fear-based creatures, is why we survive. But go out there, challenge yourself, and remember to look back and congratulate yourself.
Look back and congratulate yourself. I am Nwabisa. This is the Midday Talk at Agape FM. I am sitting with Chris Jansen van Rensburg and Matthew Boy of Hertz and What Audio Visual Solutions. And for me, it is a happy Friday, and have a lovely, lovely, lovely weekend. Till we meet again, love you and God bless you. I'm leaving you with Resting Place by Cassie J. Goodbye.